Hello, everybody. Welcome to Platinum Mindset Podcast Live. We are here with Eve. How do you say your last name?
Panaguiton.
I would have never guessed that. Panaguiton. My name's the same. My name's hard too.
It is.
Whenever I go to the doctor, everybody's like, Michael, I'm like, yep, that's me. Because I can't say my last name. It's not me. My name is, I guess it is hard. I don't know.
It is. It is. I've been saying it in my mind a lot whenever
How do you say it?
I can't. I don't want to do it. You have to say it because I gave you a pass.
It says it exactly the way it's spelled.
Can you say it?
Economides.
Economides. Okay.
Kind of like economy. This.
Okay.
Pretty easy. See?
It's just interesting. It's I thought it says Michael Economics. I'm just like, okay.
Economics, or some of the stuff I hear, I'm like, where did you get that from? It's like, wow.
Yeah, but where do you have any relation to economics? Is that something that you've ever pursued, or did that ever go into your subconscious that maybe there's a direction there?
No, only thing I ever heard of, they would say Archimedes and stuff like that. I'm like, no, I'm good. Like the owl was supposed to Archimedes, the owl or whatever. You know who that is?
Yeah.
No, I never really got into economics. I don't know. I have somebody with my same name though that was what was it, a big oil tycoon or something. Like if you look at Michael Economides, if you don't specifically say Mandeville or whatever, it comes up to him.
What's that again?
Like if you don't specifically put up my name, and put my city or whatever,
yeah,
it'll somebody else, same exact name, Michael Economides.
Well, I guess the world is vast, right?
Yep. So tell us about you. Who are you? What do you do?
Yeah. So my name is Eve. We were actually just talking about mindset coaching, right? And I think it's a good way to really expound on what mindset is and why there are depths of it, and why it's such a deep journey, and it's something that I'm constantly finding different paradigms of which people are in, and then seeing where they are. And then while obviously the work that I do, I'm still trying to understand where these gifts are coming from, and understanding everyone's paradigms and having the ability to help them change their mind to get to what they want fearlessly, faithfully. And it's such an honorable position to be in life, to have such perspicacity and see that I can help someone get to where they want to go just by simply changing their mind, that they can do it without with the lift of the limitations that they've had. And it doesn't matter how deep it is, because we put such emphasis on depth and time, and that's always been the story. And but I don't blame that illusion, because we live in a three-dimensional world where people really see time and space and quantities or any three-dimensional illusion as a permanent thing, even though nothing is permanent in the three-dimensional world. And so, to put that simply, it's not so much, I feel that the studies have diluted a bunch of ideas, and they've captured these ideas, right? Because there's infinite amount of ideas to capture in the ether. And so studies for a very long time will then say, okay, if there's a reason why you're feeling this way because of some part of your traumatic childhood or some part of your story. And 100%, I'm sure all of those play a variable or a factor. But the fact that I have a gift so far, based on my score, that no matter how the depth of, if there's trauma or fears, that I'm able to change their mind into healing or into progressive realization of a genuine worthy ideal, not a mundane task or thought that's been adopted to them from somebody else as a say.
On that real quick, I don't want to interrupt you, but on that real quick, when something happens to somebody, let's say childhood or whatever, do you feel, yes, I mean, I'll look at it as, okay, it happened in life, that's fine, okay, I understand it was traumatic, but I feel the way I look at it is, if you drag it along with you as a trauma or a problem, you can't ever move forward. You gotta know we always know it's gonna be there. I'm not saying to dismiss it, but almost like if you drag it on as that trauma, you're just going to be holding you down like an anchor the whole time. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because anything that you hold on to is weight.
Mm-hmm.
Because the name of the game of why we're here since birth, you can see, is to consciously transcend. And in the words, transcendence means to elevate, to get into the next level. And so the more weight we carry, like you said, where are we vibrationally? We all exist in levels of vibration. We all carry these traumas, these illusions. Did you know that billions of times per second we recreate our story? Nothing is ever permanent in this external world. Your hair sheds, your skin sheds. Nothing stays. And so it is actually our memory, our conditioning, that's repeating the story of who we are, what we need to do, the fact that you just moved, you know which address you're going to. All of these things, we are so good at remembering these micro moments that it becomes the story that affects our feelings, that controls our overall health and how we exist in this world, how
And
we
most
choose our life.
the good.
Sorry?
They're going to remember more of the bad times than, oh, this was good. No, they're going to say, well, this happened, and no, let that go. And I think a lot of people get that thing that they think I'm telling them to forget about it, like it didn't matter. I'm like, no, I'm not telling you to dismiss it. It happened. I'm just telling you can't do nothing about it. And if you drag it as a problem and something that's bringing you down, it's not helping you out any. I'm not saying just forget about it. It didn't happen. Yeah, it happened. It's understandable. You upset, but do you want to be upset over and over and over about it, or do you want to learn and grow from it? Because I had somebody say, well, as it was crazy. Like, so this, she went through a divorce or something, but when she went through it, it was because of her. She cheated. Okay, well then she started drinking and all stuff, and she says, well, it's because when I was a kid. But I said, whoa, 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 whoa. For the 15 years you were married, the because of you a kid thing happened wasn't a problem. Now you screw up, you make the mistake, and now you want to blame it on. You can't use it as a crutch. Yeah, you can't start. You can't always have a kid. Well, you didn't use it the whole 15 years you were married. Now all of a sudden you made a mistake and you want to use it as a crutch. You can't do that. Move past it. You're an adult. You're 50 something years old. It's not. Can't use it anymore.
Michael, your endurance to self-love is admirable. Where did you get that from? Your endurance to love, your pursuit of your self-love is admirable.
Of my self-love?
Yes, you.
What do you mean by that?
Well, your ability to see it perfectly and say this is not what I tolerate. And having the courage to say that and saying this is not like this is a story that is completely out of where we are in this present moment. And what matters to you is who you are in this present moment. It's such like you have that embedded within you. What gave you that awareness?
I never thought about that. I guess going through like tough times and like going through like toughest stuff I've never ever thought I would be going through those times, and it hit me one after another after another after another. And I guess just seeing that like this is gonna happen. I can get through anything. And I guess whenever you think that people are gonna be there that aren't, or things that should be and they're not, I guess that made me just like, whoa, wait a minute, this is about me. This is not about anybody else. I'm not worried about anybody else, and I need to put me first.
Wow. How old were you when you figured this out?
I mean, I really didn't. I mean, I was. Let's say, okay, I'm gonna use a different word. I was an asshole before this, but this now I have compassion on that. But I guess I was going through my health stuff and like sitting there on my deathbed over and over and over and over and over, and it was just like, and going through a divorce at the same time. That was the word. Like the divorce she had, she must have got a roadmap for it because it's perfect, perfect in her favor, perfect, just perfect. So it was like going through all that, then going through that, and I'm like, this, I can get through anything. And the people that were supposed that you think were gonna be there, that old saying, they say, let me know if you need anything. They should say, let me know if you need anything, and if it's convenient for me, if I can make it around my schedule, I'll help you out. But if not, like you gotta go move. Well, can you change the day you move? and then let me look at my schedule, see if I can help you. Man, what the hell is wrong with you? No, that's how people should say things. Because I mean, I think people say, "Let me know if you need anything," to give themselves the gratitude that they offered. You know, most people do. I mean, if I say you need anything, I would stop with. I'll fly to come help you if I can. But most people are not going to. They're just saying that just to put a smile on their face to say, "Hey, I offered." You know. I guess I was about, how old am I? 42. I guess I was around. I was in 2019. It was right before COVID.
Oh,
Because all
wow.
this health stuff happened during COVID. Plus, my divorce happened during COVID. So like,
Very transformative for you.
so in a 4-year period, I kind of like everything completely like whew, went from being on top to having everything taken.
And then now, how do you feel?
I just, that's one thing, the reason I thought that I decided to start coaching mindset, because I didn't let it stop. I didn't let it like break me down where I stopped. I just kept knowing I had to keep forward. I had to keep moving forward. It's either I keep moving forward, or what's the difference when I live in if you're not going to keep moving forward and becoming better and better and holding grudges or anything like that? It's pointless. I mean, my ex-wife, I could have blamed her. I could have called her names, but what's the point? You know, she did what she did. I did what I did. I'm not a perfect angel. But could things have been different? Yeah, they could have been. So I could be a billionaire too, but I'm not. So if I look at things as, oh, it could have been this, or it could have been that, then it'll make your mind run in races. It'll never stop. Just live. Hopefully, you get tomorrow to do it again.
You know, when I just want to say something in terms of the whole separation and how everything changes in the people around you. And I think it's a good theme because today's Good Friday as well.
Oh, it is Good Friday. Huh? I forgot about
It
that.
is. Yeah. And the fact that that was brought up, I feel like it's such a timely space for your podcast, even as a title for this.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do so Good Friday is a good reminder of that shedding of who we once were. And so what happens is this: we actually, since we're all operating in a sense of vibration, right? We naturally attract the people within our own inner wounds. So your old partner, old friends, community, whatever you had, it was because of your internal vibration.
Mm-hmm.
And then something within you said that you needed to transcend, you needed to elevate and to be different, because the future you requires a different you. And so what happens is you alter your state of vibration. And you know what happens? You become a mirror for those who don't want to heal their inner wounds.
Yep.
And they don't want to face that. And so that usually ends in betrayal. Because they're afraid, because it's a natural phenomenon for humans to fear. And that's the lower dimension of our spiritual body experiencing life.
Whatever's not comfortable, right?
Whatever's not comfortable. And then that's okay, because everyone's in their own journey,
Mm-hmm.
right? Religion does a good job of pointing us to spirit, but spirit is up to us, because that's our journey, that's our
Yeah.
independent journey.
Like free will. That's what I tell people all the time. Free will. You can believe what you want to believe, but you also have to do free will. You can't guarantee. You can't just depend on that belief to get you where you need to be.
Yeah, definitely. Free will is embodiment of all of our truth already.
Mm-hmm.
I always say, in the story of the Bible, it wasn't the apple that created the free will. It was the belief, it was the faith of free
Mm-hmm.
will, or created free will.
It's out
It's
there too. If you don't put it out there, then it's not going to come. It's like you have to have that belief, that free will, that go get it, that mindset to go get it.
mm-hmm.
You only
Yeah.
think you believe what you think is what you believe is what your life will be.
What you think you believe is what will your life like what your life will be. Yes.
And I said that's when I changed, because I saw my dad's friend believing something, that he was sick, but he wasn't. And he was. I mean, he had diagnosis of it, but he wasn't like he didn't have any symptoms of it. But he sat there and told himself he did, until the point where he's dead. So you can talk yourself into death, basically.
You could talk yourself into anything, and that's the point of this
Yep.
podcast. So with where you are in your journey in terms of your growth as well. What has been the most important, um, let's just say, habit that you've created for you to continue to uplift yourself and be in that transcendence in terms of your mindset?
Hmm. Trying not to beat my head against the wall when you get stuck with doing this, because this is being in this world is it's not easy. You have to keep pushing. You got to keep knowing it's going to be tough. It's going to be hard. You got to just keep pushing, keep doing what you're doing, and it's going to make it out in the end. And I mean, everybody's human. We all struggle sometimes. And some people think, oh, you're a mindset coach. And yeah, I still go through stuff. You know, it's not like I'm some robot. And I think a lot of people have that assumption that since you coach this, you should be perfect in this. If I was perfect in it, I wouldn't have a coach, and I wouldn't be continually I wouldn't be continually learning and growing. And if I was perfect in it, I wouldn't need to learn anything else, right? I think that's why they call it like a practicing physician. Doctors are always practicing, which is kind of scary because doctors they put in surgery on you, and they might be practicing on you that day.
No
But
fear.
same thing with
No
mindset.
fear. No fear. Yeah.
Yeah.
When one key thing I very know 100% sure, because I see things in the spiritual realm, is that there is no such thing as accident. So
Right.
regardless of, yes, there are this idea of like doctors are practicing, you never really know. Yes, you do know, because you are a consciously transcendent being. So what does that
Mm-hmm.
mean? When you are working towards conscious transcendence, all good in this world is coming to you. So there's no accident. You'll always get the
Yeah.
best service. You'll always get the best doctor. You'll always get the best like people around you, the best experiences. Like, it's always that. And
Mm-hmm.
it's, I believe it so firmly, and I experience nothing but exactly what I say. With belief and faith, I have created my reality to experience that much. Like, I remember when I was living mostly within the three-dimensional realm of my life, where I'd enjoyed going out a lot with friends and going to dinners and stuff. And I've noticed, I'm like, we're paying, good money for dinner, but then the service doesn't feel right. It doesn't,
Mm-hmm.
you're just waiting, so essentially I'm sitting there consciously. I dressed up. I feel, an experience I'm supposed to feel good at, but somehow no one is enjoying this moment with me, not even the waiter,
And
except
nowadays, that's how it is. They're like, if you don't like it, then get out.
right. And so I realized that I attracted that energy,
Mm-hmm.
because all energies attract the same energy. So I had to learn what it was that was attracting that old energy that was just so busy with something else in the world other than what the world it was in the present moment. And so with that thought, I was able to say that if every experience I can just create, and that's the mindset, is the pursuit, and that consistent pursuit of how many experiences can I create, how much more can I make this good for me. If you can think about that, that's the goal of progressive realization of a worthy ideal.
And see,
Is your
okay,
Yeah.
sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's not thinking about because here's the thing, we're so powerful that anything we say or exude out, it comes into manifestation. Even if
Mm-hmm.
it's not immediate, it is something that's a seed that's planted for the later. So if we say, even through the bad times I can make it through, it's like, in my world, I don't see those. I don't see a bad time. I see it as an experience that's showing me maybe a possible resistance or a redirection, but
Yep.
it'll be tasteful. Like, even to that extreme, I've expounded my creativity and my imagination to say, if I am going to experience something, I want it to feel synchronized and joyful, or
Mm-hmm.
tasteful, sometimes even humorous. And so, because our experience only lacks imagination always.
Yeah.
Before you do anything, it starts with an imagination. And so the more we spend time in our imaginative state, and that's why they say we have like that childlike faith, walking into the room like it's new, walking into the world like there's so much excitement, that's where it all comes from, because our experience is only determined by how much we can think into it.
Mm-hmm.
And if we don't think a lot about our experiences, we're not going to experience anything. We just become a byproduct of one, our unconscious pattern, and two, what everybody else is feeling, which is usually never good because nobody knows how to feel good.
Yeah, because they watch too much media. They're too like robotic. Do this. It's crazy. But like I've like, and like I said, everybody grows, and I've grown up. I mean, I've grown up drastically from like, let's say, 10 years ago, 5 years ago. You know, I started to look things differently. I'm starting to like be more patient. Patience is a very, very. It's not something you're born with. You got, you got to work on patience. People think they're just a patient person. They're born patient. They full of crap. They're not. Go get in traffic and see how you act. And even to the point of traffic, like I don't even look at traffic like that anymore. I'm like, whatever. Okay, it's traffic. It's gonna happen. You can't do nothing about it. I'm gonna sit here an extra 3 hours. Oh well, probably should have got gas. Yeah, but even at the point like a restaurant, now I'll give a waiter the benefit of the doubt a couple times. But then when it gets to the point, it's like I'm not gonna draw you a picture here. It's like I've asked like 3 or 4 times. It's like, okay, now you got to change the tone a little bit. Can I please get this? And then, okay, it's sometimes you just have to do that. You can't just always be that boom, boom, nice. Because if it's not going anywhere, change the tone a little bit. But don't go drastically like this mother. That ain't gonna do anything except cause a scene. But it's just some people just don't notice with it. Some people just don't have that conscious thought of like, I'm doing this. They need to be explained a little bit more of, hey, this orange is orange. It's not a banana, okay? But I think that's our society. Our society is so like zoomed into everything is fed to them. And if it's not fed to them, they don't know it. Like I just said yesterday on the podcast, he said, I got a bag of like common sense. You can't say common sense anymore because it should be Google sense, because that's, you gotta Google it. But to the point, I had a bag of peanuts and it said may contain peanuts for the alert, for the caution. I'm like, I hope it, but you have to, because somebody said, I have a peanut allergy. I didn't know these were real peanuts. Are you kidding me? They're in a shell.
Oh my god.
Common sense though.
See, we were talking about creativity and imagination of humans. You see how amazing we are.
I have an imagination out of this world. I can do all these voices and I'll start talking. I can do like 20 voices at the same time having conversation.
Wow.
I don't know how to do it. I just,
Because you like it. It's something that you thought about and something you pursued and something you enjoy.
it keeps it just funny and lighten up. I'm the most. I try not to be serious most of the time. It's just life is too short to just be always serious. I joke around all the time.
Sorry?
I said I joke so much. I do like Elmo voice with the Elmo puppet. That's hilarious.
You have such a big heart for humor. When did you realize this about yourself?
Did I joke around a lot and all that?
Yeah, like when you were a kid, was it something that you gave a lot of thought into when you were younger?
Man, I suffer from CRS. You know what that is?
No.
Can't remember shit. I don't know. Like if I studied and thought about it, maybe so. I could probably think about like, I don't know. I know I was a little daredevil, just did anything when I was a kid. Over and over. I never learned a lesson. When something broke, I'd do it again, and broke, do it again.
Interesting.
I guess that's what taught me. Beat me in my head that
Oh.
failure is an option. It has to be.
Wow. So do you still believe that, or
What? Failure is an option?
failure is an option?
I think 100%. If you don't, I mean, if you do something, you have to fail to actually know how to. I mean, you gotta. I think you do. I mean, like I wouldn't go. I don't know. I wouldn't hire anybody unless they failed. I mean, not said man just failed, but they have to like go through the times. Like I had a 19-year-old life coach the other day message me asking me if I needed him to coach me. I'm like, 19 years old, dude. You got a certificate. That's it. I feel that if I'm going to hire a coach for a certain thing, I want to know that coach went through that. I want to know that this coach is not just certified, that he actually understands where I'm coming from. You know, that's me. Some people not like that. Certification is good enough, but to me, I want that person to, when they say I understand, they understand because they've done it. They've been through it. They've gone through it. I wouldn't say I understand unless I totally understand like what you're going through, your emotions or anything like that. Other than that, I'm like, okay, I understand the situation, just don't understand the emotions. When I say understand, it's probably because I've been through it.
Yeah, yeah. It definitely what speaks to you.
Yep. I mean, I wouldn't go hire a broke investor or a fat fitness guy. You know, it's just you're trying to
You
tell me
will
what to tell
find
yourself.
just focusing on what you want, you'll get it. That's one thing that I am that's something that I'm constantly coaching myself into in programming my mind, because we do have this ability and free will to distort and think of what we don't want,
Hmm.
right? It's like
That's hard. It's hard to do.
you can like you said, I won't do a big personal trainer, right? And it's like, well, don't even think about the don't, just think
Yeah.
about the wants. Just
Well, that's what I
you
tell people. I'm like, I just so give them a little option. I'm like, well, somebody said, you're kind of abrupt, huh? I said, and this, I'm gonna say it a little differently. I'm not abrupt, but I'm gonna put it to you like this. I coach like this. You can either feel like shit for a year, feel like shit for a month. Which one do you want to do? I said we can take it slow and drag it out for a year, or we could go boom, 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 and get it over with. I can tell you what you want to hear or what you need to hear. Some people
definitely.
can't handle that. Some people want
Yes,
to hear what they want to hear. Some people want to hear what they need to hear, but they don't.
that's always the case.
Tell me straight up. I don't care. Look, tell me. I want to know. That's the only way I can grow and get better.
That's true. Oh, we were going back to Good Friday. We were that was because that's a good topic for today too, and you could title that
Keep
this
making me.
podcast.
I think I'm like I got something in mind. I keep seeing you do that. I want to do mine. It's like
Oh,
it's like a,
is
it's
it
like
me or you? I don't
it's
know
like
what's happening.
it's like a what they say. It's contagious. You do. I'm like
Yeah, I'm like, what's happening here? Yeah. So we were talking about Good Friday and the symbolism of it, and I wanted to expound on the idea for the mindset and how actually it all connects deeply.
go ahead.
And sorry.
It's our imagination.
Yes, yes, we're able to expand. Yeah, so for Good Friday, the idea obviously when Jesus has is like being crucified, um, it's the symbolism of that death of our old self, death of those limiting beliefs, death of those ideas that no longer serve us. And then to carry that cross is another symbolism of don't grieve it, but allow it to know that that was a part of your story and carry it because you are saying goodbye to it.
See, I think a problem with that, but that's good for like people. But the problem I think is the people that are in their life, which I would get rid of them if they do this. But it's almost like they see a person that they did something or made a choice or decision they made, and it's like that's them forever. And it's like, wait a minute, if you have people in your life like that, you got to get away because people change. People make it. You make the decision you made at that time. It was the right decision for you at the time. That was your decision you made. Period. You can't take it back, but you can grow from it. But a lot of people hold that decision that somebody made against them for the rest of their life. You know, they can't. Oh, he can't change. That's who he is. No, that's wrong. And if anybody listening to this has people like that in your life, get them out of your life.
Before they turn you into a mindset coach or a motivational speaker.
No, this is fun. It's good to do that. Become that.
Become that.
Just know it's going to
Yes.
be a journey. Just know it's going to be a road, a rocky road on the way up.
And that's why we're here. So if you like Michael's energy, you know how it is. If you like mine, you know how it is.
But look, we're not these gurus that are going to stand in front of our Lamborghini and say, this is the way life is. It took something to get to this point. It wasn't just like, boom, I'm happy every day. Let's run. That's one thing I tell everybody. I'm like, look, if you ever see me do an ad in front of a Lamborghini or something, come shoot me in my knee. Because now I became that person that the number one thing in my life I'm worried about is money. And then I coach next. That's a guru. You know, that's one that, oh, look at this, look what I got. But they don't say how they got it, what the tough road to get there was. So people have this belief in their mind, I'll get a Lamborghini. Oh, I guarantee I'll get you a Lamborghini. Yeah, okay.
It's It's a big world out there.
There's a lot of gurus.
Lots of ideas.
You could say ideas. It's easier to say that. It's like nicer to say that. There you go.
Yes. It allows my heart to be more free, because then I can see that even for me, if I sit here and to think any idea, so it could, because I'm using the same word as I would call it too, right? It gives me that hesitation. Should I speak it? Should I bring it to manifestation? Because is it worthy of that idea? What now it becomes, it just has to be grand and effective and filled with love, like with passion and fire, if it is categorized as a one idea.
Well, I think everything you speak comes into this world. Like if I say I'm gonna get in a wreck, I'm gonna get in a wreck. I'm gonna get in a wreck. That's why I don't say I'm gonna get in a wreck, because I said I'm gonna take that back. Knock on wood. I'm not gonna get in a wreck.
I probably will get a croissant today.
What time is it? It's croissant. It's late, huh?
Yeah, actually, I haven't even had. It's 1 o'clock here, EST. How about you?
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock.
It's crazy to see wearing a jacket and I'm wearing a t-shirt. I mean, I wear polo. It's hot as hell here. I'm about to go swimming later on in the pool.
The windows are up and the convertible is up. So yes, I am somewhere cold.
It's 80. What is it? 80. It's 80 degrees here and sunny.
Okay, I don't know the conversion,
So
but
it's
I don't know the temperature either.
Is 26 degrees Celsius.
26. Okay, wow.
And sunny. With a high sun
I
content.
would literally just be standing outside soaking the sun if I was there.
I'm going to the pool in a little while. Are you sitting there freezing your butt off?
With a winter jacket.
I see. That's why down here. This is the first year we actually got we get a snow little flurries every now and then, but this year we had like 16 inches of snow. That is unheard of. It's like the entire we shut down. There was not a car on the road except for me. But there was not. It was like so deep you couldn't even drive. Like we don't have sand. I mean, we don't have salt around here. We got soft shakers. That's about it. They're gonna put sand on the bridges. I'm like, this is smart. You step on sand on ice road, you're gonna slip your ass off. What sense does that make?
Yeah, because you guys never need the winter tires.
We got a blizzard this year.
Oh, wow.
It was so deep of snow. It's crazy. It happened like 100 years ago, something like that. So see, it repeats itself. History repeats itself. Global warming. I don't feel my feet hot. I feel my head hot. That's called sun warming. I wish I would have came up with that. I wish I would have thought about global warming a long time ago. I'd be rich.
No, some secrets should be kept in the consciousness space.
Oh, that's what I wanted to ask. Okay, if you could have one superpower, what would it be and why?
One superpower. I already have the superpower I need.
Okay, like a Marvel comic superhero type thing.
A Marvel comic superhero.
Or whatever comic it is. I don't know what.
I don't know. I mean, Wonder Woman, probably. Just like
what is her power then?
Huh?
What does she do?
I'm sure she's strong, tall, and
short.
I'm short. I'm petite.
So you want to be strong?
It's okay. I mean, I am strong.
Okay, so what does Wonder Woman do?
She kicks ass.
Yeah, you can teach yourself that thing.
Huh?
Like I'm talking like flying, invisible, telepathic.
I mean, no, I don't think she has any of that. I'm pretty sure she's just like I don't even know if she can fly. I don't.
I think does she fly? I thought it's 90. I think like 92% of people choose fly. I'm like, dude, they got planes.
Okay. Does it count if we're talking like animation imagination? I'd say an alien.
What's the superpower then?
I can connect to people's minds.
Would you want to do that? Like connect to everybody, or you'll be able to selectively connect?
I think I would be wherever my heart takes me.
Okay. Because
Yeah.
what movie? What was it? Bruce Almighty, when he could start hearing people's prayers, but he was hearing everybody's prayers.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Mine's the television.
I mean, as you were talking about the lawyer, right? And you telling your story, it's kind of like I hear also the feelings within, a deeper sense of the energetic field. We can call it spirituality in terms of feeling. So not that I hear clear and concise idea like thoughts and feelings, but really what it's saying underneath the layer of it, so that I can better guide it emotionally. So I would say it's kind of like Bruce Almighty listening to all the prayers, but not so kind of movie like.
Yeah. Mine is the telefuture.
But
I be
you
on the
can,
news and say, "Man wins Powerball for the 50th time in a row." I won a lottery 50 times in a row. I'm like, look, it is what it is. Y'all could research it, but I just win.
yeah, just change your internal narrative and you could create that reality.
Tell the future.
Not tell the future, but control the future.
Oh yeah, to a point. Yeah, I mean, I'm talking like I get the Powerball winning numbers, the lottery winning numbers.
Yeah, you know what? That's why I would want to become an alien so that I'd understand the logic behind that. Like why, yeah, why that? Like why is that why did that come into human minds' mind? Like
Well,
why
I want to have as much money as I can because you know why? I want to give it away. I want to just.
But you're already doing that. You're giving away your love to other people when you do podcasts.
It'd be nice to have a money machine just where I could shoot money out to them, the people that were hurting.
Abundance are given in many in all the same ways, whether it's money
Yeah,
or, if anything, love is deeper.
it's more valuable.
Oh, you can never take that away.
Do you think? Okay. Do you think that your mind can control your life or death?
Yes.
No. That's why I do what I do because I'd save my life. It's like when I have pains, I'm like, oh, it's just a growing pain. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. Sometimes it probably is, and I should listen to it, but I'm like, yeah, it'll be all right. It'll keep going.
I have a really good way of we can talk about this off camera on how you can really market to a specific niche just hearing how you talk. And I think you can, if the way you could do a certain way of marketing yourself, you'll really get the men you're looking for.
I'm always looking at freaking do something because, hey, whatever growth, right?
Yeah.
All right, one more question. What I have for you? Oh yeah, tell me about your retreats you do.
Oh yes, I do. So I did a retreat last year, really, and it was a beautiful retreat. I was able to put it together. I had a few women talk about mindsets and shared personal stories, and it was just such a fulfilling time. And it really opened my eyes to what is this all for? Because to experience something takes the whole universe to conspire to put it together. Something like what we're having right now, right? Like this moment, this call, different time zones. We really didn't know each other before this, by the way. We're talking like we've been friends or buddies for a while.
Hey, that's me. I could go to a grocery store and sit. Talk, you know, don't you know them? No, I talk to them. No, I could talk to the wall.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And sorry, where was I? I lost my train of thought.
Talking about your treat.
Retreat, yes. And so I wanted to give it a lot more thought and kind of build more wisdom into what I'm supposed to do with these hearts that are in my hands. Because there were a question, I'm not going to share it, but there was a question of one of the women in the retreat. And I realized that her question was pertaining to an experience that I don't have. It was, she's a married woman and with two kids. And she asked a personal question that I couldn't answer because I haven't experienced such. And this is where I realized too with myself, and is that I said, if I wanted to help people, and I asked this question, if I wanted to help people, there should be no limitations.
Yeah.
How could I help someone like that that seems so different from me? And how could I bridge that gap so that I can help them? Because if it's in my heart to help, I know that it's there. So tell me what wisdom I need to receive.
Mm-hmm.
And I received it. And that's where I went deep into spirituality, learning that we are all energetic bodies experiencing life as a in the three-dimensional realm. And that her experience, maybe it might play the story of a partner and the kids. It's something deeper than that. It was truly um, her thought about herself and her internal narrative about her love for herself, because there is no others in her story. Everyone else is an illusion.
Mm-hmm.
I created you in my story right now. You've created me in your story. This is just a creation of our imagination. Nothing is truly real.
Yeah.
And so when we other than what we create for ourselves. And so when you realize that there's a problem with a story, it's not the story that's the problem, it's the creator not thinking that they're creating the story is the problem.
Yeah.
And so I went in great depths within myself, learning what story am I really creating. And I asked myself deeply, what impact am I truly making for my world? Because there is no world other than mine. I have such great talents and skill. I built an investment firm in 4 years at a young age of 25. And now I'm 30 with such profound experience within the financial industry and private equity. And where am I now? What's to next? I can't believe I'm 30 and I've experienced that already.
Yeah.
What is next for me? And the fact that I was given the opportunity to hear that and to learn the great depths of who we are in our spiritual journey, co-creating this world and this impact that we truly want to make, it became now for me where how do I translate that for others so that they can truly experience what they're looking to experience, which is really number one, freedom, which is honestly innately within us already, based on the fact that we can continuously to create our life consciously or unconsciously. And then knowing that we've always had that control, now what are we going to do about that control? And so now I want to create spaces where I can expound on different levels of comprehension and understanding who you are as an energetic body experiencing life within the form of understanding how the mind works, the schematics of it, and getting people to study it. Because studying is the important part, the consistency of studying. Because when you study the mind, you'll learn a lot about yourself.
I did.
Right? And so the retreats will create spaces into studying that, into studying those, and not just studying those, but creating yourself and your story. So right
You
now,
do the retreats? Like you put on retreats for people? Like that's what you do too?
yeah, yes,
So everybody knows that. So you gonna hire you.
yeah, 100%. And it is transformative because even just an hour of a conversation with me intentionally getting you to focus on that mindset aspect for yourself, to creation and like to self mastery, that intention. And right now the theme of what I'm helping people create is to tell their story, because I believe that it's important to tell your story
Mm-hmm.
online. And how do you tell your story without self sabotage, without outward blaming? And I'm sure there's other insecurities like, what will people think of me? To get over that because to say that we are actually here to be the star, the light of inspiration for each other. So the more people tell their story authentically from the heart, without limitation, we are able to create and connect with each other the way we know how to contribute to each other effectively, not selfishly, but effectively. But that comes with a great grand idea that you really have to say, yes, I am in pursuit of self-mastery. I am ready to work on myself for these 2 days in this retreat, learn about my mind, reprogram it like a computer, download new hard software in there of things that I want to experience, things that I want to do, and things that I want to create in my world, and how I can love myself more and everything around me, because that's what we're here for. We're like looking around, it's like, what is happening, instead of, whoa, everything is happening, what am I gonna tune into?
So you put the retreats on for like you hold them, they're your retreats, or you put on retreats for other people that have like coaching clients and stuff like that too?
I'm open to any arbitration of collaboration, Michael.
Gotcha.
I'm ready, like wherever my heart calls me and the calendar allows.
Mm-hmm.
I know that this is my path and my journey, so I'm open to collaboration.
So where you go, like, so let's say somebody's listening right now, they're a coach and they want to put on a retreat, where you go to them and help them hold a retreat in their town, at their place, whatever.
Yeah, we can get connected, and you can let me know what it's gonna look like, where it's gonna be, how long, and what your plans are. I don't want to intrude, but obviously there is, for my retreat, there's the intention for my retreat, right? How do you want me to play a part in those? How long do you want me there for? What's your goal? I want to be there for you and be the light, because when you join two candles together, you only extend further, right? So that's wisdom of life.
Trying to get people to understand. So if they want to hire you as a retreat thing, there you go.
Yeah, they can. I'm open to collaboration. Please reach out. My team is always willing to.
How do people get in touch with you? How do they find you?
Instagram right here is Ace Investor. I put it in brackets at the bottom. Yeah, myself mostly active there. We post on. We have YouTube and Rumble and TikTok. So I'm pretty much across all platforms. But if you really follow me, you'll see that I utilize each platform a little differently based
Mm-hmm.
on the that I can express. So I have a private Telegram channel where I post poems in Telegram, and then Instagram I post, like channeled messages, like just little things. And usually my Instagram has the title, so it's very easy to kind of just click through it and see what you're actually watching. Because I'm very intentional with content creation, because to me it is the platform by which people are healing from, and so I see it that way.
Do
And
you
so
get
that,
on X?
yes, I do have X as well.
See, that's a whole different ballgame over there. It's like, I'm here this way on TikTok, I'm this way on Facebook, I'm this way, and then the X, it's like
Yeah, Michael, if you want to talk about that, I can help you kind of get your mindset right for those, so you can have great intention and it doesn't feel exhausting.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like, the only thing that I don't know if it'll ever give you LinkedIn. LinkedIn, I don't even do anything and they kick me off. I'm like, what the heck? This is like 10 times they've done kick me off. And I'm not even posting else, and I get this. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Oh, somebody logged in somewhere else. I'm like, well, that's not coming to me. And then you got to fill out this whole thing. Is LinkedIn worth it? It is, but it's not, I guess. It will eventually. I mean, I'm just now starting on LinkedIn, so I got to build up. And
I'm not on LinkedIn.
no, okay. See, it's you're not missing anything.
No. Yeah. So definitely, now you guys know which platform I'm on.
And I'm gonna put it like what I do is I put a post after this, and this restream makes like short videos. I didn't even know did it. It breaks it up into short content. So I'm gonna send them to you too. I'm gonna post them and put all your information.
Okay.
When I get off, don't get off of it. I end it there.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Thanks for visiting. Thanks for coming and watching, and we'll talk to you later. All her information will be in the comments.